Hey hikers, my name is Kat and I'm your Los Angeles hiking guide. And in this video, I'll be showing you exactly how to get to Trail Canyon Falls and where the waterfall drops from in Tujunga, California. The hike is 5.6 miles round trip, it's over 1,000 feet in elevation gain, and it takes about 2 hours and 30 minutes to complete. The first part of the hike is mostly shady, and this is where you're gonna have to cross the river 8 times. The second part of the hike has no shade, and this is where you're gonna gain most of your elevation. You're gonna start off by typing Trail Canyon Trail Parking on your phone in the city of Sunland in Tujunga. You're gonna park on Big Tujunga Canyon Road, and about 2/3 of a mile into your hike, you're gonna come across a split. Take the trail on the right where it will lead you to the actual trailhead, and this is actually where the original parking used to be. This is where you're gonna park, and as of today, you don't need a parking pass, but be sure to stay until the end to find out where you find that information, along with frequently asked questions and tips about this hike. Today I'll be hiking with a good friend of mine, and we are hiking this on the first day of the year, and we've actually had a lot of rain here in Los Angeles in the past few weeks, so we're both excited to see how heavy the water flow is. After hiking for a few minutes, you'll come across that split I mentioned earlier. Trail Canyon Falls is 2 miles to the right. You're gonna come to an open space where you'll see cabins, and this actually was the original parking area, and this part of the trail is on private property, so make sure you're extra respectful. You're gonna come across a small split, just keep right to stay on the main trail. After that, you're gonna come across your first of 8 river crossings. One of the parts that I was a little uncertain is when I came across this split with a trail to that boulder and a trail on the left. Take the trail on the left. After that, the trail was a little backflowed, and this isn't a river crossing, it just backflowed since we've had so much rain in the past couple of weeks. Then the trail's gonna ascend and then descend back down to the river. About an hour into your hike, you'll come to the second part of your hike. This first part has been in the shade. Now the second part, which in a few minutes will be on this hillside, is where you'll gain most of your elevation and there won't be any shade. You're going to be on this part of the trail for about 30 minutes before reaching the waterfall, and it is a single track. Eventually you'll round the hill and you'll see the waterfall in front of you. The trail you're on is actually higher than the waterfall. You're going to come to a trail split before reaching the waterfall. We're going to visit the base of the waterfall first, then we'll come back to the same spot and take the trail to the top of the waterfall second. And just so you know where it is on a map, we're right here where the trail splits. The last part to the base is steep. Luckily, there is a rope if you need it. Once you get down, the waterfall will be a few yards away. After we were done visiting the base of the waterfall, we went up to that split to take the trail to where the waterfall drops from. This is the trail that we're on. We're gonna cross the river that feeds into the waterfall, then we'll hike to where it drops. And now for additional information about this hike. With this hike, just like with any other hike, please make sure to pick up after yourself and leave the trail cleaner than how you found it. Dogs are welcome but must be kept on a leash. However, it might be a little tricky getting down the rope. There is no service, and the way I was able to track my hike is I had my location turned on way before even entering the Angeles National Forest. I just made sure it wasn't draining my battery. There is poison oak and poison ivy, and a good way to recognize it is by the old saying, leaves of 3, let them be, so just make sure you're staying on the trail. I also did this hike in July of 2020, so if you want to compare the trail during the summer and this one, be sure to check that video out and I will link it in this video's description. And if you want to go on another waterfall hike that's not too far from this one, check out Falls Creek Falls and I will link that one as well. Make sure you don't leave any valuables in your cart. I have heard of break-ins. And if you want to check for yourself if you need a parking pass and where to get one, you can go to the USDA website. And if there's anything I missed, be sure to write it in the comment section for others to see. And that is all I have for you today. So if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a like. But more importantly, if you want to see more of this type of content, be sure to subscribe and follow me on Instagram at HikerOnATrail.